All right, y'all. Welcome back to the mentorship. Hopefully, y'all blessed, amazing, great. So, we're gonna be talking about deleting collections in this bonus video. So, one thing I want y'all to realize with collections, I always want y'all to request for validation, debt validation, and send out your debt validation letter. I'm gonna be transparent though. The way that we recently got our collections deleted, we didn't send a debt validation letter. We just got straight to the letters I'm gonna walk through with y'all. The letters are actually posted in the private mentorship Facebook group. So definitely go over there and then you'll get your copy or whatever. But I just want to walk through the debt validation letter as well, because you do want to send a debt validation letter. We've gotten them deleted through sending debt validation letters, as well as not through sending debt validation letters, but just, best practices. Credit is always changing. There's not going to be one way to do anything. If someone tells you, like, they guarantee you that there's only one way to do something, then, they capping. And my mission with the mentorship is to continue to give y'all the best information in the world. So we're going to continue giving y'all the different, methods and things that you might come across. So the debt validation letter, pretty simple. List the collection agency name. Oh, also, if you watched the bonus with the late payments, all the best practices I talked about over there, similar as in here. We're just gonna walk through the letters. I'm not gonna walk through the best practices, all of that. So go back and watch the late payment bonus if you want to, just review your topics as far as best practices. So debt validation. Let them know you received a notice about an alleged debt, alleged obligation, reporting on your consumer report, however you want to address it. You're requesting it be validated. 1692G, just pretty simple. Keep it that way. You could also, use a UCC 9-210. 9-210 number 2, that's a request for accounting. That's basically asking for a record authenticated. A record authenticated is basically saying that they have to have an official that works at that company sign under the penalty of perjury that what they're sending you is correct. So when you're asking for that, like original contract and all of that, right? They're never going to do that. So that's why UCC 9-210 number 2 is powerful. So you list the account numbers and all of that. This may be a review for, most of y'all, but just in the case that someone hops in the mentorship, they don't really know about debt validation. This is just things you want to get used to doing. We just include this just to sound colloquial, so it doesn't seem like it's from a credit repair company. Before we continue, I want to make it clear that, it's me, my first and last name, not a credit repair company, sending out this notice to you. Requesting their agency provides you with evidence that you're in legal obligation. A lot of times with these collections, you got to understand that they're turned over to a third-party collector. As it's turned over to a third-party collector, they're not getting all the necessary information that they were supposed to get. And the fact that it was turned over in itself is already an illegal process. So it's a lot of stuff that's going on in that whole situation. So reporting invalidated information to any of the 3 bureaus, consumer reporting agencies. Remember, we're sending this to the collection agency. It's fraudulent and a violation of state and federal law. So we're letting them know, we know what time it is. And then we're letting them know we're willing to take legal action to seek, compensation. The fact that they're calling you, that's the low-hanging fruit when we talk about FDCPA violations. You can screenshot that, use that as exhibits, and go on about the legal process, arbitration, things like that. So yeah, you could do that. And then you're just basically saying, you're requesting validation. They got 30 days, etc. Tell them to cease and desist, because 1692 basically talks about that, right? Validation at 1692G. So go look at the law, the dispute in debt. So you're no longer, going to be paying on that obligation. So that's basically what you're doing, your debt validation letter. But, we have more here. So it's up to you what you request. Basically, you want to request, the name of the original creditor or alleged creditor, as you say here. You want to request like a signed copy of the original contract, things of that nature. So we have stuff listed here. So yeah, you want to just ask them a bunch of stuff that that they can't answer. One thing you want to say too is proof that they have a right to communicate with you. Because if you look at 15 USC 1692C, the communication section, it says that they're not even supposed to communicate with you. So basically, the fact that they're not supposed to communicate with you, you're making them answer yes, if they can sign under the penalty of perjury, that they're allowed to communicate with you. So you're basically putting them in a position to where they're answering things that they cannot answer, right? So keep that in mind. And that goes back to the whole thing of, corporations, they're not competent to testify, Rule 601, Rule 602, attorneys not supposed to communicate with you, things like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And that's basically the debt validation letter. So that's what I want y'all to know about the debt validation letter. Just pretty simple. Do whatever you got to do. It's just for your own documentation to show like you took a good amount of effort to try and resolve the issue privately before you go deeper into your letters, litigation, all that. All right, that's debt validation. So the actual collection letters that we've sent very, very recently to get, these collections deleted for clients. So the way that we did it was we sent it to